Hi, I'm Gergely Baros, and this is PwC's Tax Insights in Brief. In Notice 2026-15, Treasury and the IRS provided interim guidance on the new prohibited foreign entity restrictions to certain energy tax credits enacted by the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. The notice describes rules and safe harbors to determine when a qualified facility, energy storage technology, or eligible component includes material assistance from a prohibited foreign entity, which will render them ineligible for clean energy credits under Sections 48E, 45Y, and 45X. These rules apply to qualified facilities and energy storage technologies for which construction begins after December 31st, 2025, and to eligible components sold in tax years beginning after July 4th, 2025. Here are a few key takeaways for taxpayers. First, Notice 2026-15 provides a detailed framework for calculating the Material Assistance Cost Ratio, or MACR. If the MACR is below a statutory threshold that varies by the type of property and the year during which the construction begins, then the respective qualified facility, EST, or eligible component will be subject to the material assistance restrictions, which not only disallow the entire tax credit, but also impose additional penalties and a longer statute of limitations period. Second, the notice leverages existing guidance by adapting manufactured product and component classification and cost allocation approaches already in place for the domestic content bonus credit. It also provides 3 interim safe harbors that can be used for MACR computations until Treasury publishes safe harbor tables expected by the end of this year. Third, the notice clarifies that effective control with respect to licensing agreements is determined independently under each factor to be considered, such as authority over production, operations, or retention of other intellectual property rights. As a result, the taxpayer may be considered a foreign-influenced entity based on a single contractual arrangement, which will then trigger the prohibited foreign entity restrictions. Companies generally may rely on the notice for calculating the MACR and evaluating the effective control provisions until 60 days after proposed regulations are published in the Federal Register, while reliance on the interim safe harbors is permitted until 60 days after publication of safe harbor tables. Here are some next steps. Consider providing feedback to Treasury and the IRS on issues not addressed in the interim guidance or areas still needing clarity in the forthcoming proposed regulations by submitting comments. Evaluate your supply chains to identify potential exposure to prohibited foreign entities, including assessing relationships with foreign entities of concern and foreign-influenced entities that may trigger disqualification from clean energy credits. Look for opportunities to leverage existing domestic content tracking systems and processes to support MACR compliance, given the significant overlap. For more details, read the attached insight. Thanks for watching. This has been PwC's Tax Insights in Brief.